Welcome back to another episode of Disney Last Week. We have got a lot to cover because the last time that I posted one of these videos was February 18th. I took a week-long trip to Disney and then traveled to the country Georgia, Tbilisi, Georgia, to be specific, for two of my friends' wedding, and it was awesome, but definitely did not stay up to date with content. So we have got a lot to cover, and let me tell you, you're not going to believe this shit. First of all, in Disney news, big news for me, the first Lilo and Stitch trailer finally dropped. Let's watch it.
We have apprehended a dangerous experiment. Where
He looks
is
good.
He escaped.
He is trying to find the police cruisers.
He took the red one.
Okay, the other aliens look really solid
What
too.
hideous planet is caught in your crosshairs?
Shooting star! I wish for a friend.
Sounds like Lilo.
A best friend.
If anyone criticizes this little girl,
What the hell?
just watch out. That's so cute.
Cute and fluffy.
So cute and fluffy. I think I'm gonna die.
Down from there.
Gotta have Elvis, obviously.
Control him. Hey, what are you doing?
That killed the driver.
You sure that's a dog?
So sassy.
Yeah.
Rough.
We are not keeping this thing.
Ohana means family. Family means nobody gets left behind.
Or forgotten.
That sounds like Nani too.
Stitch bad.
Sometimes family isn't perfect. That doesn't mean they aren't good. That's close. I'm sure you're supposed to drink that.
The surfing scene, a classic. Oh, nice. The Stitch scream. Oh, Agent Bubbles. What? They have Jamba and Pleakley like as humans?
No. I'm gonna give you to the count of 3, Stitch. 1.
Okay, I mean, I think this might be the first live action movie in a long time for Disney that does really well. That looked great. I'm not sure how I feel about Jamba and Pleakley not being CGI, and it looked like they had some sort of like a device on their ear that created a human disguise for them. I don't know if I like that. But also, the CGI for Pleakley did not look good. So maybe it was for the best. We'll see how Stitch does. You know, Snow White is coming out soon as well, and I think everyone and their mother knows that is, you can just kind of chalk that up as a flop already. Now, some news from Disney parks, different Disney parks. Epcot, the Flower and Garden Festival, has begun, and it will be from the time that you're watching this until June 2nd, 2025. So if you're watching this on June 3rd, 2025, I apologize, but you will not be able to go to the Flower and Garden Festival. Also, some news from Epcot in the last week. This was like early this past week, but it was kind of hard to miss it. We're going to talk about it a little bit later when we talk about, you know, what people are saying on social media. But if you didn't see, someone had an accident in the queue of Guardians of the Galaxy. I have a lot of opinions on what happened there. We'll talk about it later. Lots to unpack there. And then also from Disney parks, we got some previews of a few different rides this past week. The first one being the Monsters, Inc. roller coaster. If you didn't see, they showed kind of the loading area on Disney's social media platforms. The loading area, loading dock, whatever you want to call it. It looks really cool. So it is Disney's first, what do they call it? Hanging roller coaster? So you get on, and then it will actually turn, and it will lift you up into the sky like one of the doors from Monsters, Inc., and then you'll go into the door factory. Disney did release the actual track for the ride, and I'm really excited for this roller coaster. I love Monsters, Inc. I love roller coasters. This ride specifically, but also Monsters, Inc. Land, cannot get finished soon enough. I'm super, super excited for it. And then also Disney Parks posted on their social media a video of Imagineers out in, I think it's Arizona, testing, off-road testing is underway for the new Cars attraction coming to Magic Kingdom at Disney World. So this wasn't necessarily showing anything of what the ride would look like, but more telling us that they're testing new things. Last ride that we got a look at is the new Tony Stark Iron Man ride, and this video was more of the actual ride system and what it will be. It shows what Imagineers have been working on, and it looks really cool. It's supposed to be some sort of a flight simulator, but the you're almost on one of his like mechanical arm things. So I'm interested to see what that ride will look like. I think that this is one of the first times that I've really even heard of this ride. So I love Iron Man. That's one of my favorite Marvel characters. I think that will be an awesome addition to Avengers Campus. And I guess I'm going to have to book a trip out to Disneyland. Darn. Now, speaking of Disneyland, after the first video, I had a lot of people reach out and say that the video was great. I also had a lot of people reach out and say, yo, you didn't give any news on Disneyland. That's true, and I'm very sorry about that. I figured I would just start with Disney World. I didn't know that there would be so much demand for the news of Disneyland, but here we go. Disneyland has not one, but 2 new popcorn buckets. The first one is a Max Powerline popcorn bucket, which will be sold during the After Dark 90s night. Also have some social media news from 90s night to share with you, which is very, very cool. The second one is the Death Star popcorn bucket, and it lights up and makes sounds, and it's so sick. Just check this out. At Disney's California Adventure, there will also be a new World of Color happiness show that will be coming out soon. There will be special messages from beloved Muppets. That is a direct quote. And a cover of Rainbow Connection sung by Boys to Men, which, like, that might be absolutely flames. Boys to Men singing Rainbow Connection. Come on now. I will say, like, throwing the Muppets in there, I think that's solid. I do think that is an overcompensation for taking out Muppets Courtyard, and it's like, where can we stick the Muppets so that Disney adults don't get, like, super pissed off at us? So they're like, let's throw them on Rock and Roller Coaster. Let's throw them in World of Color. I think that will temper the frustrations for a little while, and it just feels kind of forced. It's like, all right, we're getting rid of Muppets Courtyard, but Rock and Roller Coaster, we're gonna theme that to Muppets. So you're still gonna have the Muppets. You're still gonna have Muppets, and then also we'll throw them over on the West Coast and throw them into a show. So you'll have Muppets there. It'll be like Muppet Vision 3D, except it's not 3D and it's on water, and then you're gonna get really wet. So it's really great. It's really great. It's really great. It's really great. Anyways, last thing with Disneyland, the Disneyland 70th anniversary is coming up. Something's coming to Disneyland and California Adventure for the 70th anniversary. We have new outfits for the Big Six. I think it's the Big Six. Walt Disney: A Magical Life is a show that will be coming to the Main Street Opera House. This will be the first ever Walt Disney audio animatronic. So that will be really cool to like see him and I don't know, just like see him up there moving around and stuff. There will be a Coco themed boat ride attraction coming to DCA. That's pretty cool. There will also be the return of Paint the Night Electrical Parade. I've never seen that before, but I saw Electrical Parade, and I was like, Main Street Electrical Light Parade. But that's not what it is. There will also, on another kind of parade aspect, there will be a new character cavalcade featuring Duffy and Shelly May. And then there will also be an update to rides like Toy Story Mania, where they will have 70th anniversary theming. So some of the targets that you'll be shooting at will be themed for the 70th anniversary. I thought that's a cool touch. In Disney news not related to the parks, Lego announced a new Lego set of the Beauty and the Beast castle. This looks awesome. As all of you know, I love Legos. This set will come out on April 4th. It'll be released on April 1st for Lego VIP or Lego Insiders. I already forgot that it's Insider, not VIP. Anyways, that's a whole other thing. But to become a Lego Insider, you just sign up. So if you really want the set and you don't want to wait till April 4th, sign up for Lego Insiders. You can get it on the 1st on release day. The set will be $279.99 and comes with 2,916 pieces. So it'll be smaller than like the Cinderella's castles, but then also it's a smaller price tag as well. Okay, now it's time for Disney TikToks with Robert, the part of the video where I watch some funny Disney TikToks. I have a bunch saved here on my TikTok, so I'm just gonna kind of like click some random ones, and then there's one at the end that I definitely want to watch.
Let me tell y'all something. Ain't nobody doing it like Disney. Tell me, or I'm trying to hurry up. Tell me why I just woke up in my resort and there
Oh, he's
is
gonna be an animal.
a giraffe
Yeah.
and ostriches running around. Can y'all see them? Can I zoom on this? Hold on. Let me flip the camera. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me?
It's pretty sick.
What? What is this place?
It's pretty dope.
That alone makes them top tier. Ain't nobody doing it. What do you mean? There are animals out. I'm living in the wild. I'm shook. That's a giraffe and ostriches. Wow.
That's so funny. I've never stayed in one of those rooms before, but I'm going on a trip with a friend who's a universal adult, and she's like determined to turn me into, I just said universal adult. Do people say universal adult? I don't think they do. Anyways, she and her family, they go to Universal, and she's determined to convert me to a Universal person. I think that I will really enjoy Universal because, like I said earlier, I love roller coasters. And like, I love Harry Potter. I love, what else do they have there? I love, they got some Marvel stuff, right? But anyways, she's convinced to convert me. I've actually already brought her to Disney once. So I don't know that I'll convert her, but I definitely want to make sure that she has an awesome time. So maybe that's the hotel that we stay at. I feel like that's the most wow factor of a hotel. You know, what other hotel are you staying at in the United States of America where you got giraffes outside of your balcony? That's pretty cool. All right, next one.
Goldie, if you make this, we're going to Disneyland. Okay?
Oh gosh.
All right, let's see it.
I was like, that could have gone one of two ways. Either she makes it, and then it's like this whole like montage of them being at Disneyland, or he absolutely bats it out of the air. That's great. That is so funny. Oh, you know what? I've been seeing a lot of these keep 5, take 5, or like destroy 5 or whatever for Disney attractions. Let's watch this person's keep 5 video.
All right, we're keeping 5, getting rid of 5. Also, sorry, it's Ash Wednesday, so I have ashes. All right, Mine Train. Great
Mine
ride.
Train.
I think it's a good start because this one can either be a keep or a get rid of. I
Out
do
for me.
think, given what could be coming down the pipe with the mountains and, Soarin', Flight of
You're right.
Passage.
Oh, this guy's name is Rob.
Everest, It's a small world, I know. It has to go. Also, the ride
Gotta
is like 11 seconds long, so I
Right.
think that hurts it. I also don't
Right.
like that whenever you try to ride it, it is
Hour-long
always at
wait.
least a 2-hour wait, and I don't.
2 hours.
I do think it fits in perfectly to New Fantasyland. Am I old for saying that? But I think I got to get rid of it. But it could go either way.
Rob, I absolutely agree with that take, and I think that the people named Rob, they're usually right, and they're usually pretty handsome, they're usually pretty smart, usually pretty humble. So yeah, I agree with that one for sure. That's the first get rid
Getting
of.
rid of it though.
Pirates. Keep.
Gotta keep Pirates.
Gotta
I think
keep it,
Pirates of the
Rob.
Caribbean
We gotta
is
keep it.
iconic. It's an OG. Movies are based off of the ride,
And then
which-
the ride is
that's
based off
crazy.
of the
Same thing
movie.
with Haunted Mansion. Like the movie came after the ride. It is based on the ride. Classic. It's an absolute
Amazing.
keep. I don't care
For sure.
how many spots I have.
Put it
left,
up
that
there,
would be
Rob.
a keep.
Yep. Keep.
Rock and Roller Coaster.
I mean, it's sad because you know that it's going to be taken away, actually. But like for me, that's a keep.
I love that idea. How about some backstage passes? The thing got in the way. This is a keep. I know it's
Rob.
going under retheme.
Rob.
I've heard stuff. I don't know. I don't really know much about it. I heard Powerline. I heard all this other stuff.
No, it's
I
not
love the
Powerline.
ride. I
It's
love
Muppets.
the Aerosmith dynamic to it. I'm keeping it.
Yep.
100%.
Keep.
Also, there's no order here. It's just keep, not keep.
Yeah, Mickey and Minnie. I think that I went on it recently, and like everyone was just having a great time. Everyone laughed during the jokes during the pre-show, and like people in my cart were having fun, and I really like how everything looks. Like when you're going through the factory part and then it changes to like all the park area. I think that's really cool. But I'm looking at this list here. We got only 3 spots left, and there's a lot of rides that I think are better than Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railways. For me, it's out.
I don't hate the idea. I don't hate it. Hey, Mickey and Minnie need their own attraction. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
But the Great Movie Ride.
Oh,
is the
I didn't
best
even mention the Great Movie Ride.
way to represent Hollywood Studios, MGM.
It
I
was
get They
so
took away from the
good.
whole movie theme, whatever. Great Movie Ride should have never gone away from the Chinese theater. That was just the best ride. It was one of my favorite rides. Obviously, I'm biased, but this is nowhere near that.
Rob, we're
I
gonna
do
be
think
best
if they
friends
wanted to give
forever.
Mickey and Minnie an attraction, they could have somewhere, and
Yeah.
it shouldn't have been the current crackhead animation style that they have for that. I think it should have been like Mickey Through the Years or something like that. And look at
Mickey Through the
Disneyland.
Years.
They have Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, and it's just like
In Toontown.
its own building. It's not the Chinese theater.
Yeah, Disneyland has it just like in Toontown, and Disney World was like, you know where we should put this? The Chinese Common Theater. I think that's what it's called.
Justice for the Great Movie Ride absolutely should still be around and should have never gone away. They could have added to it. They could have
Out.
changed it. That was a huge, huge mistake. So we're getting rid of that. Remy's, I'm a nostalgia guy, and I don't think for the sake of this list that Remy's fits the bill for that. I
agree
do
with
think
that.
it's a very cute ride.
It's a great
I do
ride.
think it fits well.
It's a
in
great ride.
Epcot. I do think, given the fact that we got it from another park years later, that it
Oh.
was new to Disney World, but ended up
Think about that.
not
Rob,
being
you're so
a
smart.
new state-of-the-art technology ride for the current time that it came to
Hmm.
Disney World. I'm going to get rid of it, but I do think it's a cute ride. I do think it's a sweet ride.
I think that's
given
a
the fact that
safe
we have
bet
3
to
and
get rid
3,
of that one.
It can go.
Yeah.
'Cause we have a lot coming down the pipe, potentially.
Yeah, I mean, there's still. I saw Space Mountain. I saw Haunted Mansion. I saw, Frozen here. Let's see what he says about Frozen. Frozen for me. See ya.
Frozen.
Gone.
I think Frozen is very similar to what I said about Mine Train. I think whenever you try to ride it, it is a 2-hour line at the very least.
Right.
I do think the Frozen fans are very extreme, so I do think
and like the best bet for getting a short line is either buying the lightning lane or rope dropping it. But now with Epcot and Guardians of the Galaxy not being a virtual queue, you're better off rope dropping at Guardians than Frozen, in my opinion.
always have a line there and people that want to see it. I love the ride. It's very cute, very sweet. I did love Maelstrom too. I think it's the
I
same
don't
ride, just with a
remember
Frozen
Maelstrom all that
overlay,
much.
which
I went on it, but
it's
I
a
don't
good
remember it
ride.
a ton.
I'm gonna get rid of it because, like I said, we have the mountains to think of. We have Soarin'. We have all these good rides coming down potentially that it has.
Soarin', Guardians. I saw Test Track. Oh,
Little
okay.
Mermaid.
Little Mermaid. I went on Little Mermaid for the first time. On my last trip to Disney recently, and that was really cool. I liked how like you like go underwater and stuff. The that one room where they're sitting under the sea with all of the animatronics, that was really cool. But yeah, this is my fifth X.
I think
for
it's
me.
very, very good ride. A very great representation.
Rob, are
of
we
the
gonna
story
go
of
10
Little
for
Mermaid.
10 on
I think
agreeing
you'll
with
go through
this?
the ride, and if you've never seen the movie, you now know the movie.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's just a
I really
recreation
like
of the
it.
movie.
I do think the castle, Prince Eric's castle and all that being there is great. And it fits the new Fantasyland very well. And I don't like the idea of getting rid of my last X spot. So we're gonna keep Little Mermaid.
Oh no, Rob! Oh,
It's a Small World is a must keep in my
I
opinion.
thought we were gonna
I think at
agree
some
on
point,
this. I thought we
you have
were
to
gonna
honor
be best friends
Walt's
forever.
legacy, and I think this was one of his ideas, and this was an OG at Disneyland when they first opened with, and I think it was really cool. Like he had all these different nations bring their water and pour it into It's a Small World, and I just think that is so amazing, and I definitely think this is a must keep, and I don't think this should ever be taken away. Same thing with Carousel of Progress.
Oh, Carousel of Progress. Love Carousel of Progress.
We're at the World's Fair. Much respect.
Space Mountain. Okay, this is
tough.
tough. This is tough. I just said this is tough at the same time. Okay, here's my thoughts real quick. On my last trip to Disney, I went on both tracks, and the Lightning Lane track is way better. So if it's Lightning Lane track, then yes, it's a keep. But if it's the standby track, we're taking it out. So I'm going to this is hard. I'm gonna say take it out.
I love Space Mountain. I really do. I think it's OG. I just have been preaching nostalgia this whole time. I do think though, now that Tron is right next to it, we do have that thrill ride right there in
Didn't even mention
Tomorrowland.
Tron.
I always say about Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind that it is Space Mountain if they were to make it today.
Oh, that's a great point.
I love Space Mountain, but I will say, obviously, Disney did away with Splash Mountain, and sore subject for me. It was one of my favorite rides, also up there with the great movie rides. So I think that if they wanted to do Tiana's Bayou Adventure, it should have been Tiana's Bayou Adventure at Splash Mountain. I think that that's how that should have gone, because now
Interesting.
Space Mountain, Thunder Mountain, like all that, like we're just doing away with it. So
the
for those
mountain
reasons,
aspect.
I'm gonna roll the dice. I hate the idea of getting rid of Space Mountain.
Yeah, I think with Guardians still out there, you got to roll the dice and get rid of it.
But I think for the sake of, like I said, Tron, Guardians, and Splash Mountain being removed, that I think that we have to get rid of it. I can't believe I'm saying that.
Yeah, I saw Haunted Mansion in there. Tower Terror.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's a
And now
great.
I'm happy.
Rob, that's a great list, man. That is a great list. Really well done. Really, really well done. All right, let's talk about what people are talking about in the world of Disney on social media. Before getting into the whole debacle of what happened at Guardians, we have some fun stuff to show. Susan Egan, who is the voice of Meg from Hercules, joined a 90s night karaoke session, or whatever you want to call it, and sang for the audience one of my favorite Disney songs of all time. Let's just listen. Wow, chills. So many chills. So many chills. Also, another music Disney-related news thing. The Disneyland band was flown over to the other coast and performed at Disney World in front of Cinderella's castle. And let me tell you, they look way better in front of Cinderella's castle. Yeah, I said it. I said it. I said it. They're just so good. The music's good, the choreography's good. Really awesome. I'll link the video in the description so you can go and check out Mariah and her page. Mariah, thanks for posting that. Appreciate it. So, Disneylanders, when you say, oh, well, Disneyland's better because this, and this, and we have the Disneyland band now. Well, now Disney has your band. So, what do you think about that? They're like, oh, well, this is Walt's park, and Walt built this park. No, he didn't build it. He didn't lay each brick by brick on Main Street, putting one brick after the other. He designed it. You know what else he designed? Epcot. You know what else he designed? Disney World. Most of it, I think. I don't know, okay? Now, let's talk about what the heck happened at Guardians of the Galaxy. I saw a TikTok of that someone posted where everyone was like covering their nose, and they were like, everyone's covering their nose in line for Guardians, and then like it ended by showing what had happened. I actually don't know what the situation was, but here's what I'll say is, yes, it's like one of those things where Guardians was converted to a standby line, and it's not designed to be a standby line. When I went, I felt that it was long enough post rope drop that it was fine. But the thing that I don't know is, where are the exits so that someone can go and use the bathroom or something like that. Regardless, Disney made changes to the DAS pass. I don't know if people call it the DAS pass or the DAS or DAS or whatever, but they made changes to that pass where a lot of people that actually need it aren't able to get it. Unfortunately, it's because a lot of people were taking advantage of it. That is something where someone with something like IBS would be able to get a DAS pass. I don't know if that's actually what the situation was, but you look at it and you're like, okay, well, I don't know what else it would be. And it's like they don't want to lose their spot in line. It's a tough situation for sure. It's unfortunate what happened for, that person and their experience at Disney, and for the experience of everyone else that was in the queue. For the cast members that had to clean it up, it's just like unfortunate for like every single party involved. Will Disney make changes? Probably not. And I think that's the most unfortunate thing of it all. I'm realizing that this is kind of a downer of a thing to end on, so I'm gonna watch one more Disney TikTok, and then we'll close things out here.
That was so pure. The captain of the ship bows to a little girl dressed as Cinderella, and she curtsies.
Oh.
That is what I'm talking about. That is why we come here.
Oh, I thought it's just one of the friendship boats.
That's why we're here.
See, so that's really nice. I'm glad that I clicked on that one because I was feeling very frustrated with Disney. The corporation, they just want our money. They don't care about us. But here's who does care about us, the cast members. So next time that you're at Disney, make sure to treat the cast members with respect. Make sure to treat them with kindness, because They're out there doing their best, and they don't make the rules. They just have to, unfortunately, enforce them. Thanks so much for watching. Did I miss any Disney news that you're excited about? Leave it in the comments below. If you want to watch a Disney vlog, almost dropped my phone. Click the screen right here, and I'll see you real soon. Thanks again for watching. Peace.